Alright, so this is week 4 video for exercise psychology, and the first question for today is athletes' exercises and rehabilitation patients often respond differently to pressure or challenge. How can coaches, fitness professionals, or rehabilitation specialists help individuals regulate arousal levels for optimal performance? I would say creating an environment level that encourages the athlete, patient, or whoever they're working with to be more susceptible to be in that optimal level, like surrounding themselves with different stimuli or different focus cues or something like that that can help push them into that and help them maintain that arousal level, like within the environment that they're in. Question 2 is, how might greater self-awareness improve an individual's ability to regulate arousal under pressure during setbacks or when returning from injury? I think self-awareness is really important, especially for returning from injury, so that way you know you're not pushing yourself too hard, or like knowing your limits and what steps you need to take to maintain that arousal level that you might have had previously, and knowing that you might not get there right away, but you can take slow steps to get back to where you were. And that is where that self-awareness comes in, is by knowing yourself and knowing your body and being able to tell where you need to push and where you may need to hold back. And then question 3, in what ways do expectations from coaches, teammates, or exercise rehabilitation specialists influence athletic or exercise performance or rehabilitation progress? I would say that coaches can help encourage a athlete, especially when talking about coming back from an injury, and helping that athlete get in the right mental state for coming back to the sport that they're doing, especially. And I think that comes in specifically for like rehabilitation specialists. That's really important, is working with the athlete and meeting them where they're at, and then also helping them and recognizing that they may be frustrated or having a hard time due to the injury, and setting realistic expectations that can push the athlete while also not injuring them further or damaging the mindset that they may already be in. And then the next question, what strategies do you believe are most effective for building self-confidence in athletes, exercises, or those in rehab? For me personally, it was repetition. Like, the more I did something, the more comfortable I felt doing it and the more confident I was in that area. And I think that helping with that and that repetition, and especially like positive mindset, like setting those goals and having rewards for when you meet those goals, can be really critical in building that self-confidence, especially coming back from an injury, is like setting those goals for yourself. Like, by this week I want to be able to do this, by this week I want to be able to do this. And then, like I said, setting little rewards and stuff when you make that progress and when you meet those goals. And another strategy that I think is really effective is just like getting that encouragement from your family, those people that you surround yourself with, putting yourself in an environment and surrounding yourself with the people that help build you that self-confidence and who will encourage you and who will motivate you to keep going. And then, in what ways can participation in sport, exercise, or physical activity improve psychological factors such as self-esteem, mood, confidence, or resilience? I will say, as someone who played sports from a very young age, I definitely see how lessons that I learned from playing sports have translated into later life, with like my work ethic, my confidence in trying new things, and being able to learn fast on my feet and just adapt and be able to do all that definitely came from sports. And I think that you can see a lot of ways that helps. And then helping, like, a lot of athletes have a certain mindset that they've developed over the years, and that, you know, you want to work hard, you want to play your best, you want to do your best, and that often translates well into school and work environments later on in life, by, like I said, that work ethic and that mindset of having like I want to win mindset, I think comes from sports a lot of time. And then what strategies from sport and exercise psychology could a coach, fitness professional, teacher, or rehabilitation specialist to improve motivation and adherence? I would say setting up a reward system, like when certain goals are met, having a reward in place, or working, if you're talking about a team specifically, maybe you could have like different team goals and stuff like that, and then encourage the teammates to work together to complete those goals. And then another strategy would be to improve motivation and adherence would be, I think, setting task-oriented goals, I think, would be doing well. And like I said, setting those along with the maybe reward system could also do well, and making them age appropriate or relate to the sport in some way, so you're also building those skills within the sport or whatever environment that they're in. All right, well, that's it for today, so I will see you guys next week.